Welcome back to the show, folks. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's been blowing up my mind lately, escaping the matrix. We're not talking about dodging bullets in slow motion, but something way deeper. Think about all the rules, the expectations, the shoulds that society lays on us. What if I told you there's a way to break free from all that and build a life that's actually truly yours? That's what we're unpacking today. So first things first, what is the matrix? Think of it like this, it's the invisible code, man. The pre-programmed reality we're born into. Go to school, get a job, buy a house, work your ass off till you're 65, retire, and then what? Is that really living, or is it just going through the motions? The Matrix tells us we need a fancy car, a McMansion, the latest iPhone to be happy. But what if that's all bullshit? What if true happiness comes from something else entirely? Something they don't teach you in school or show you on TV. That's the thing about the Matrix, it's sneaky, man. It's insidious. It gets you to buy into this pre-packaged idea of success without even questioning it. You chase this carrot on a stick, thinking it'll bring you fulfillment, but it never quite does. But here's the good news. Once you see the Matrix for what it is, you can't unsee it. You start to question everything, you start to see through the bullshit, and that's when things get really interesting. This is where things get really interesting. This is about having that red pill moment like in the movie. You know, that sudden realization that everything you thought you knew was a lie. It can be jarring, man, it can be scary. Maybe you're stuck in a soul-crushing job, making bank but feeling empty inside. Or you're caught in the endless cycle of consumerism, buying shit you don't need to impress people you don't even like. That's the thing about the awakening, it can hit you like a ton of bricks. You start to see the world with new eyes, and it can be overwhelming, but it's also incredibly liberating because once you're aware of the Matrix, you're not a slave to it anymore. You have the power to choose. You can choose to keep playing the game, or you can choose to rewrite the rules. And trust me, once you start down that path, there's no turning back. So you've had your awakening, you see the Matrix for what it is. Now what? It's about unlearning all that bullshit programming, all those limiting beliefs that have been drilled into us since we were kids. Think about it. How many times have you been told that you need to work a 9-to-5, buy a house, and climb the corporate ladder to be successful? That's just the Matrix talking, man. Breaking free is about questioning everything. Who says you can't travel the world, start your own business, or pursue your passion instead? Who says you have to follow the same path as everyone else? This is about taking back control, man. It's about designing a life that aligns with your values, not the values that have been imposed on you. It's about saying screw that to the status quo and forging your own path. And yeah, it's gonna be scary as hell. You're gonna face resistance. People are gonna tell you you're crazy. But trust me, it's worth it, because on the other side of fear is freedom. Chapter 4. Pursuing True Freedom. This is where things get really juicy. We're talking about true freedom, the kind of freedom that most people only dream of. And it all starts with taking control of your time and your finances. The Matrix wants you to be dependent on that 9-to-5 grind, living paycheck to paycheck. But what if you could generate passive income? What if you could build a business that gives you the freedom to work from anywhere, on your own terms? That's what escaping the Matrix is all about. It's about building a life where you're not trading your precious time for money, where you're not beholden to some corporate overlord. It's about having the freedom to do what you want, when you want, with who you want. Chapter 5. Creating Your Own Path. This is where you get to be the architect of your own reality. Forget about following the beaten path. This is about blazing your own trail. What are you passionate about? What makes you come alive? What kind of impact do you want to make on the world? Maybe you want to travel the world and experience different cultures. Maybe you want to start a business that aligns with your values. Maybe you want to dedicate your life to a cause you believe in. There's no right or wrong answer here. The only right path is the one that feels true to you. This is about breaking free from the mold and creating a life that's uniquely yours. Chapter 6. Overcoming Fear and Resistance. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. Escaping the Matrix isn't always sunshine and rainbows. It's going to challenge you in ways you never thought possible. You're going to face your fears head-on. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of what other people think. The Matrix thrives on fear. It wants to keep you small and safe and complacent. But you're not wired that way, man. You're meant to grow, to evolve, to push the boundaries of what's possible, so embrace the fear. lean into the discomfort, because on the other side of fear is where you'll find your true potential. Chapter 7. Living authentically. This is the heart of it all, folks. Living authentically, stripping away all the masks, all the pretenses, and just being your true, unfiltered self. No more trying to fit in, no more people-pleasing, no more living up to other people's expectations. This is about owning your truth, even if it makes others uncomfortable. It's about living in alignment with your values, even if it means going against the grain. It's about being unapologetically you. Chapter 8. Continual growth and learning. Escaping the matrix isn't a destination, it's a journey, man. It's a lifelong commitment to growth, to learning, to expanding your mind and your horizons. Read books, listen to podcasts, have deep conversations, challenge your beliefs, push your comfort zone. The more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. And that's a beautiful thing. Because it keeps you humble, it keeps you hungry, and it keeps you evolving. Chapter 9. Community and connection. Look, you don't have to go through this alone. One of the most powerful things you can do is surround yourself with like-minded people, a tribe of rebels and freethinkers who get it. People who challenge you, support you, and inspire you to be your best self. Find your tribe, man. Because when you're surrounded by people who vibrate at the same frequency, anything is possible. Chapter 10. Balance and reality check. Now let's get real for a second. Escaping the matrix doesn't mean you have to go live off the grid in a yurt. You can still participate in society, you can still pay your taxes, you can still have a job. It's about finding a balance, man. It's about creating a life that works for you, on your own terms. And sometimes that means making compromises. It's not always going to be perfect, but the key is to stay true to yourself, to keep questioning, to keep evolving. Outrow the journey begins now. So there you have it, folks. That's escaping the matrix in a nutshell. It's about questioning everything, breaking free from conditioning and creating a life that's authentically yours. It's about taking control of your time, your finances, and your destiny. It's about living with intention, with purpose, and with passion. It's not always going to be easy, but I promise you, it's worth it. Because on the other side of fear, on the other side of the matrix, lies true freedom. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who needs to hear this message. And as always, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep evolving. Peace out.